Todd Domboski, 12 years old, was playing in his grandmother's backyard in Centralia, Pennsylvania. He took one step forward, and the earth opened beneath his feet. He fell. 4 feet, 10 feet, 20 feet, 150 feet straight down into a burning pit of hell. At the bottom, glowing coal radiating heat like an open furnace. Poisonous gases billowing upward. Todd grabbed a tree root, the only thing between him and death. His legs dangled over the void. Toxic fumes surrounded him. His fingers were slipping. He had seconds before he fell into the fire. But the real question is, how the hell does a 150-foot burning pit exist beneath an American town? This is the story of Centralia, Pennsylvania, a town of 2,700 people, reduced to 5. A fire that's been burning for 62 years, and will burn for 250 more. Let me take you back to before the fire, before the nightmare. 1962, Centralia was a small coal mining town. 1,400 residents, churches on every corner, kids playing in the streets, the American dream. In the spring of '62, the town council had a problem. The municipal landfill was overflowing. It smelled terrible. Rats everywhere. The solution seemed obvious: burn it. This was standard practice in 1962. Controlled burns happened in small towns across America every week. May 27, 1962. Centralia's volunteer fire department ignited the trash, monitored the burn, extinguished it with water, and covered it with dirt. Standard procedure. Job done. Everyone went home. But there was one catastrophic detail no one considered. That landfill pit connected to a vast network of abandoned coal mines beneath the town. Miles and miles of tunnels. Some over 100 years old. The fire didn't go out. Embers found their way down through cracks in the rock. They reached coal seams. And anthracite coal, the hardest, hottest burning coal in the world, began to smolder. At first, no one noticed. The fire burned deep underground, invisible, slowly spreading along coal veins. Weeks passed, months, years. Life in Centralia continued as normal. Then strange things started happening. Mrs. Thompson's rose garden, 20 years of care, died overnight. Every plant turned brown. The Kowalski family's basement became hot. Not warm, hot. Like standing next to a radiator even with the furnace off. Residents complained of headaches, nausea, dizziness. Some blamed the flu. Others blamed stress. Then the sinkholes started appearing. Small at first. A collapse in someone's yard. A dip in the road. The town filled them in and moved on. But by the late 1960s, it was undeniable. Smoke, thin wisps at first, then thicker plumes, began rising from cracks in the ground. Not in one place. Everywhere. Yards, streets, the woods. Something was very, very wrong. The town council finally acknowledged it. The underground mine fire from 1962 hadn't gone out. It had spread. Engineers were brought in. They dug trenches, flooded them with water, pumped in fire-retardant foam, excavated burning coal. Nothing worked. Throughout the 1970s, Centralia residents lived with the fire. Life became surreal. Snow would fall everywhere, except over certain patches where underground heat melted it instantly. In winter, steam rose from the streets like a scene from hell. 1979, 17 years after the fire started. John Coddington, a gas station owner, did a routine check of his underground storage tanks. He stuck a thermometer in and watched it climb and climb and climb. 172 degrees Fahrenheit. Gasoline ignites at 495 degrees, but at 172 degrees, the fumes become incredibly volatile. One spark, from static electricity, from a car ignition, from anything, and the entire station could have exploded like a bomb. Coddington shut down immediately. The discovery made headlines. People started asking, if it's that hot under a gas station, how hot is it under our homes? Children were getting sick from carbon monoxide seeping through foundations. The ground was unstable, unpredictable, but most people stayed. Where else would they go? This was home. This was everything they had. Then came February 14, 1981, the day that changed everything. Todd Domboski, 12 years old, playing in his grandmother's backyard. It was a Saturday, cold but clear. Todd was walking across the lawn when the ground simply opened. 1 second, solid earth. The next, falling. The hole was 4 feet wide, and it went down, and down, and down, 150 feet deep. At the bottom, a hellish inferno of burning coal, glowing orange, radiating heat, and billowing up, carbon monoxide, carbon dioxide, poisonous gases. Todd grabbed a tree root, the only thing between him and falling into that burning pit. His legs dangled over the void. Toxic fumes surrounded him. He was seconds from losing consciousness, seconds from losing his grip, seconds from falling into the fire. His cousin heard him screaming, ran over, grabbed his arms, pulled with everything he had. Todd's fingers were slipping, but his cousin pulled him out, just in time. Todd Domboski survived, but his near-death experience made national news. CBS, NBC, the New York Times. Suddenly, America knew about Centralia, and the federal government could no longer ignore it. A comprehensive investigation was launched. Geologists mapped the underground fire using thermal imaging. Engineers calculated the scope of the disaster. The findings were apocalyptic. The fire had spread through at least 8 square miles of underground tunnels. Temperatures in some areas exceeded 1,000 degrees Fahrenheit, hot enough to melt aluminum. Carbon monoxide levels in certain zones were immediately fatal. The ground could collapse anywhere, anytime. Homes, streets, the entire town sat on unstable ground that was literally burning away beneath them. And then came the estimate that sealed Centralia's fate. Experts calculated there was enough coal underground to keep the fire burning for approximately 250 years, maybe longer. The cost to extinguish the fire? $660 million. In 1980s dollars. Adjusted for inflation today, over $1 billion. Congress made a decision. It was cheaper to move the people than to fight the fire. In 1984, $42 million was allocated for relocation. The government made offers to every Centralia resident. We'll buy your property at fair market value, but you have to leave. For most families, there was no choice. Their children were getting sick. The ground could swallow them at any moment. The fire was winning. Block by block, street by street, Centralia was abandoned. The government didn't just relocate people. They demolished the houses, erased the streets, removed every trace that a community had existed there, all to prevent people from coming back. Today, Centralia exists in a strange limbo between memory and nightmare. The most famous remnant is the Graffiti Highway, a section of Route 61 that buckled from underground heat and was permanently closed in 1994. 4 years, it became a canvas for graffiti artists, a pilgrimage site for urban explorers. The fire still burns. Smoke still rises from cracks in the earth. Infrared cameras show massive heat signatures beneath the surface. In winter, snow still melts in impossible patterns, revealing the fire's path. 5 people remain. They won legal battles to stay in their homes until they die. After that, the properties revert to the state of Pennsylvania. They live alone, surrounded by ghosts. The cemeteries remain, maintained by descendants who moved away. Gravestones of people who lived their entire lives in Centralia, who died never imagining their town would cease to exist. Warning signs are posted everywhere. Danger, underground mine fire, toxic gases present, ground instability. The government doesn't want you there. but people still come. The fire shows no signs of stopping. Experts estimate it will burn for another 250 years. That fire will outlive everyone watching this video. It will outlive your children, possibly even your grandchildren. Centralia was destroyed by a mistake, a routine decision. Burn some trash, clean up the dump. One spring day in 1962. That fire will burn for another 2 centuries, long after we're all gone. A town sacrificed to flames that refuse to die. Subscribe for more terrifying true stories. The next one will keep you awake at night.